In less than 2 weeks, we will all be watching the NFL draft, and we want to know who's going to go where. Of course, we've been sitting around making up our own first 10 picks, and none of us really know. But we do know that the Titans have the first pick, the Browns have the second pick, the Giants have the third pick, the Patriots, and then the Jaguars. One thing is for sure is that many of us expect Travis Hunter to be long gone before pick number 6. He can go as high as number 2, maybe as low as number 5, and maybe even number 1. But there's an issue. Because players are more exposed more than now than in the past, we now get an opportunity to look at their personal lives and who they are dating or dealing with. Wasn't a big deal back in the day, but it is now. For new players, who they pick, it could be a disaster.
I know y'all been hearing about the Xavier Worthy and the Tia Jones situation, everything like that, bro. She cheated on him and everything like that, then lied and said that he hit her and everything like that. There's video evidence of all that. Everything was false. Everything was false. She tried to put that man in jail after cheating on him.
And what is interesting, a lot of older ladies are now going for younger guys who are just getting into the NFL or the NBA.
39-year-old Drea Michelle, socialite, IG model, etc., is now announced she's pregnant with 22-year-old Jalen Green's baby. Plays for the Houston Rockets, multimillionaire athlete. Guys, what do we think about this?
But none of these guys has an explosive story like Travis Hunter and his fiance, Leanna Lenae. Now, this couple is very polarizing because it seemed too good to be true. And then we started to see some footage in the past how Travis Hunter was treated poorly by Leanna Lenae, but he really loved her because she was older and she was out of school and he was in high school, but she stayed the entire time. But then as people started bringing up receipts, we started to see some level of flaw in the behavior of Leanna Lenae's past.
So apparently Travis Hunter's girlfriend is on fire right now for getting caught cheating on him a while back when the relationship was still early. As y'all can see, there was a guy named Internet Nick. He basically exposed the fact that Travis Hunter's girlfriend early on in their relationship DM'd him. And obviously y'all are going to want to see the dates. So here are the dates right here. As y'all can see, this was throughout their relationships. They specifically said that they began dating 5 years ago. If we do the math, that was 2019 or really early 2020. This ain't even early 2020. This is late 2020, meaning that they were in a relationship. So to get back to the text, as you can see, she says, "You're too cute. Let me wife you." The man replies, "Well, where are you?" She says, "Kennesaw." Heart emojis, heart eye emojis. "Appreciate you." And then she gets left on red by her tough.
It got so bad that even celebrities were wearing their opinion on it.
You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what the is going on, gang, if we didn't give a we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, I ain't going to tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another page, NBA with heart eyes and the money tongue out. That's your fiance.
And that brings us back to Travis Hunter. Besides going into the NFL draft, he has an opportunity to sign a lot of brand deals. He already has a pretty good deal with Adidas, amongst other companies. And before he even sets foot on a football field, Travis Hunter has already made a lot of money. Even in college, his NIL deal was on point. But now he's decided to make a deal with Panini of America. This is a sports cards company. He's signing an exclusive deal with this particular company. And a lot of people aren't happy about it, at least according to Twitter. And it's not because people just don't like Travis Hunter, but it's because they don't really like Travis Hunter's girlfriend. Let's look at some of the comments here. Scott Escobar writes, "This sucks. Absolutely ruining the sports cards hobby with exclusivity." Now, if you guys know what some of the original card companies like Topps, Upper Deck, and Score, players used to be able to appear on all of these card companies and it was better for collectors. But I guess in this case, Panini, which in my opinion is new because I didn't see it at first, is trying to make it exclusive. But not only this, you see a guy by the name of Chappie. His girlfriend is happy for this payday. Another guy writes, "Gonna be an absolute bum in the NFL. I can't wait." Let's kind of go back to the girlfriend is happy for this payday. Here's something that we are noticing about young players. They are making more money than the guys who came before them. This is true indeed. Second thing that we're noticing is that these guys don't have a whole lot of respect for the older players because now they're making much money. And third, if guys give them any advice, they are looked at as being old or they are hating, and they just, are upset because they're in the limelight right now. And the reality is this is giving the opportunities to these older women like Drea Michelle. We're seeing it with Tia Jones, Xavier Worthy, and Leanna Lenae, a lady who's about 3 or 4 years older than Travis Hunter, a woman who, if Travis Hunter doesn't deal with her, nobody knows who she is, and she's back in Atlanta working at the strip club, booty clapping it up, okay? Here's the issue, and we all can see this. At a certain point, we bet on the fact that Leanna Lenae is going to switch up and leave Travis Hunter and take some, if not all, of what he's worked for. They are about to get married. Of course, he most likely won't sign a prenup, and all of these things are going to be her payday. And this is what guys have to understand about messing with women that don't have what you have. I get it. You guys have money. You don't need a woman that has money. It's always going to be true, and I know it's true indeed. I'm not arguing that. But there is a case to be made about dealing with a woman who doesn't have anything while you have everything. I used to want to deal with a chick that wanted me when I didn't have nothing. But you know what? I've changed my mind about that. Because if I didn't have nothing and she didn't have nothing and now I get everything, guess what? She might not be motivated to do better and she won't have anything. And guess what that means? That means whenever she wants to leave, she can say, well, I was letting you clap these cheeks when you didn't have anything. And now you're just gonna leave me like that? I want a divorce. And if you didn't sign a prenup, guess what? Now she'll be clapping your cheeks in the court of law. And I think that many guys have to look at the fact is that people really don't love you, man. There are some women who can love you, of course. There are some people who really honestly care about you. But what if their feelings change, all right? What if their feelings change? Somebody can wake up 5 or 10 years down the line and you're not the person they want to be with anymore, okay? Things change, people change, but the reality is they've already invested in the relationship and now they would like to leave the relationship, of course, with your money, and you might be begging them to stay. They may have already emotionally moved on. Their cheeks may have also emotionally moved on, and then there you are, okay? And the worst thing that a rich man can do or a successful man can do is to elevate a woman to be in a position that she does not deserve. It is often that you see a woman in Travis Hunter's position elevate a guy that has less than her. It happens if they can't get it. For example, Megan Good or Keke Palmer, where they just absolutely can't get it. But before they go that route, they actually try to get it. They actually try to get somebody who has more than them, right? This is why guys were upset with Ruby Rose when she said, listen, I make $5 million a year. I want a guy that makes $5 million a year. A lot of guys were offended. The only way that Ruby Rose will stop going for that is when she understands she can't get that. But in the last 2 or 3 years, she's been able to get DDG. She's been able to get Drewski. So for her, she's still gonna try to get as much as she can while she still is in her prime, all right? She's gonna try to do that. But if the roles were reversed, they wouldn't do this, guys. And you gotta stop believing that you're so special. Travis Hunter is really believing that he's special. And we all see that this is gonna come down to the end, but he's going to be sadly mistaken. Again, always think about it like this as a man. A man as a producer, number one. The only people that probably love you or maybe like outside of your family, 10 in a lifetime, okay? If you're lucky, one of those 10 is your wife, all right? Or a business partner, okay? Or your kids. Usually you're not that lucky, all right? But if you are, you've done a great job. If any case, by any chance, those people that you love don't love you, you're in for a problem. Just say you heard it from me. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. We just shoot you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.